Most men start their day weak with low energy and no motivation, but eating 6 eggs every morning can change all of that. Watch till the end to find out the best benefit that you still don't know about. Eggs contain a ridiculous amount of saturated fats. Now you've immediately just thought there, oh, saturated fats, I need to avoid those. Saturated fats are one of the 2 types of good fats. Saturated fats will increase your testosterone because they increase your cholesterol. You've been told your entire life the lie that cholesterol is bad for you. But what people fail to mention is there's 2 types of cholesterol. There's LDL and there's HDL. LDL is the very, very bad one. We don't want LDL. That's what gives you diabetes. You get that from chocolate and fatty foods, McDonald's, KFC. HDL is the precursor to testosterone. You need HDL to be able to actually produce not only testosterone, but a plethora of other hormones and other functions in your body. So if you're cutting out fats, you're doing it wrong. There is so much healthy fat in eggs that you won't even need to eat any other type of fat for the rest of the day. There is also about 7 grams of protein in a large egg. Obviously it varies where you buy them from and the size of the egg. But 7 grams of protein in one little egg that has probably about 50, 60 calories, depending on where you get it from. So if you're having 6 of those, 42 grams of protein just in your breakfast with about 300, 400 calories, that is not a bad way to start the day. Bit of butter in there, you're sorted. Eggs have an insane amount of vitamin D. And most people nowadays, we spend about 70, 80%, maybe even higher if you've got like an office job. We spend about 80% of our days indoors with our skin covered, so, we're cold. So your skin and your eyes are not absorbing the amount of vitamin D that we as humans should be getting. If you think about it, in the caveman days, they had their shelter that they'd go back to at night, but all day they would be out, gathering berries and hunting wild animals, fishing, all of that. So they were consistently, 12 to 16 hours a day outside in the sun, whereas most people nowadays are getting less than an hour of sun a day. Less than an hour. That is absolutely ridiculous. I recently went on holiday. I was away in South England somewhere, Cornwall. And we were basically, me and my girlfriend, we went there for a week. And every single day we were outside down the beach because they have the most beautiful oceans, crystal clear waters, crazy waves for you to jump into and surf on. So we were down there and I literally noticed in myself, my libido went up. And I'm not saying that this was an instantaneous reaction from having more vitamin D. But, I think I actually felt so much better being outside and actually having, a natural human existence of spending all day in the sun, in the water. And I don't think many people nowadays have experienced that benefit of being outside all day. So, high testosterone from vitamin D. Easy. Eating eggs, this is something you'll never have heard of before. Eating eggs actually increases your eyesight because of the vitamin A content inside of the egg yolk, so the yellow part. Which is very important because, we don't actually look after our eyes that much anymore nowadays. Like, we've got these crazy blue lights, from our phone screens we're looking at all day. We're literally in bed looking at phone screens like this. Getting so close to them. You're watching TV all day. So to be able to actually do something for your eyesight that isn't just taking some shitty supplement that says it'll fix your eyesight in a week. Vitamin A is actually something we are rather deficient of nowadays because there's not a lot of foods that we eat that contain it. It's only certain fruits and vegetables that have it. So being able to actually get it from a source, an animal source, is very effective. Now, what I promised you at the start of the video is choline. choline. Choline is, I think it's a hormone or a vitamin. Anyway, it's basically something that we don't have a lot of in our body because it's only derived from food, or you can take choline supplements, and essentially it's what gives you that crazy feeling when you eat an egg. You know, if you've ever eaten 6 eggs, you feel super sharp that day. It's like being fasted, but you've eaten. It's such a strange feeling. So what choline does is it actually increases sperm motility. And without getting too into depth in all the science, basically sperm motility is how far or how much your sperm can travel, which is one of the primary indicators of sperm health. But it also supports muscle function. I think it's musculoskeletal. So it doesn't only support your muscle function, it's also your skeleton. So you'll have stronger muscles, bigger muscles, and your skeleton will be stronger. Which, you know, why would you ever pass up on that? It also supports brain function. I'm not exactly sure how it supports brain function. I'm assuming it just, you know, makes you sharper. Well, I know it makes you sharper. But I'm not going into all that underlying shit. So, choline can actually only really be gotten by red meat and eggs and I believe a few vegetables. So other than that, nothing. But here's the thing. Eating eggs is great, but there's a lot of healthy foods out there that are actually making you more fat, and you're probably eating them every single day without realizing. I made a video on that a couple of days ago, exposing the truth behind all of these healthy foods. The link is on the end screen. That's your next step. Go hit subscribe. Have a hard day and a great week. Mwah.